Hey guys, so you guys wondering, how did Andrew and I start talking to each other again? Well, he decided to talk again when I brought up the movie Sonic 3 if we wanted to go watch Sonic 3 back on December 3rd when we were talking about Sonic. Um and then we watched it on the 20th. We watched it on the day it came out on the theaters. And that's how we started talking to each other again. But there were arguments that we had, and he, um, there's something I need to tell you guys that ever since we started talking to each other again, he started taking my stuff and like starts stealing them, and wouldn't give them back until I find them sometimes. Um, Michelle asked why, and he said, she one time asked why back on April 10th, and then he said, because he's a narcissist. And then she said, that's not, he's not a narcissist. You don't know what that is. And then I said that I haven't done anything to you. All I did was use my mouth. And then he said, you did something physically to me too. Or you did something physical to me too. And then, that's when I said, that's when I said, it's been years ago since you decided to talk to me, since you haven't talked to me, or it's been 2 years since you had talked to me, and that was years ago. why are you still why are you retelling at me now? Something like that I said. And then I said I can harass you on YouTube for that. Like something like that I said, and then I walked away from him. Now, if so then there's sorry, I didn't mean to say if. The next thing I said, the next thing that happened like yesterday on June 9th, uh he asked me about the Holy Grail Monty Python movie, and he asked me, have I you have seen it before? And I said, she said to me, he asked me, have you remembered the movie? And then I said, no, I don't think I remember. I've probably seen it before, but I don't remember. I'm probably not interested. Something like that I said. And then he said, sorry, I'm thinking. Then he said that, um, I'm pretty sure you had definitely seen it before. And that's when I said, oh, the Monty Python movie, I have seen it before. And I thought that he was trying to be like, have you seen it before? Or like, you have seen it before. Did you? You probably have seen it before. Like, he's trying to hint me that I've seen it before. I think that's what I was thinking of. Not I think now, that's what I thought. That's true. Anyway, yeah, that's true. It's not what I was it's not what I'm thinking of. It's not what I was thinking of. It's not what I'm thinking of what I said. Anyway, sorry about that. Anyway. What was the next thing? Oh, so then I said, sorry, I'm thinking, so then I said I was gonna retaliate at him, or like, no, not retaliate. I said I was gonna use that against him by saying that I probably remember it because it's true. Like I'm gonna like something like this. Like I said something like that to him. Like said, I'm going to I'm going to use that against you for being right. And then he said, oh, I'm right. Yes. And then he's like, just because you're white doesn't mean that you have to be like innocent, or like just because you're white doesn't mean always have to be right. Fuck. Sorry, I gotta start all over again. I said just because you're white doesn't mean you have to be right. Just because you're white doesn't mean you're right. Something like that I said as I was taking the trash out. And then he said, I took out the trash because that's what I decided to, because we need more trash. We need more empty trash. Yes, I took out the plastic and the trash, or just the trash. I took the recycle and the trash, or just the trash. And while I was saying after I said that, after I said just because you're white, that part, he then said, just because you're white doesn't mean you're innocent. And, or like, I was like saying, I'm going to use that. Oh no, I forgot that after he said, "Oh, I'm right." Yes, that's when I said, I'm going to use that against you as well. And then and then he said that I am right. He keeps saying that. So I said, just because you're white doesn't mean you're right. And then that's when he said, just because you're white doesn't mean you're innocent. Like, something like that you're saying. Something like that he was saying. Like, no. Actually, after I said just because you're white doesn't mean you're right, he then said something that like you saying, like being like I'm always the one, like he's saying that. No, no, actually, that's the next thing he said. After I said just because you're white doesn't mean you're right, he then said just because you're white doesn't mean you're innocent. He said that to me, and then that's when I said, you want to retaliate just so you can win, like you want to be the last person to say something. And then he said, yeah, right, yeah, that's what, yeah, that he's like saying, yeah, that's right. And then I said, yeah, that's true. And then he said, yeah, he then said, you're the one who always wants to win, and I'm the one who wants to beat you. Or and then and then that's what I thought he said. You're the one who always wants to win, and I'm the one who always beats you. And no. No. Sorry, that's the same thing when he said. I said, I thought he said. I said to him that I thought that he said like you're the one who always wants to be right, and I'm the one who always beats you. I'm the one who always wants to be you, something like that. And then that's when he said, no, I'm saying that you're the one who wants to be right, and I'm the one who always beats you. And then I said, yeah, and you're always the one who ruins my life. Or like this, or I said, and as I walked out, I said, here's what I was trying to say. This is what I meant. I meant that, and you're the one who ruined my life. As I was walking out of the door, he didn't say anything back at me, probably because he thought that he won. He didn't win. I think that if he was winning, then I'll use all that against him. He's going to get in trouble for that. I'm going to destroy his reputation when I am talking to the family through the phone, like to Kim, I think. So yeah. Anyways, oh yeah, and when I was trying to put the phone to the bathroom, making videos, he then said, I then asked, did you do something to my phone? And then he said, no, with a question mark. He was probably doing that as a retaliation for me saying that he ruined my life. And then I was like, oh, right, I left it in the bathroom. And then that's when he said, and so he just ignored, that's when he didn't say anything back. And it's like he won by that. That's why he didn't say anything back about that. Like he won by saying no like that. And it's just with that attitude. Or no, behavior. No, he didn't, I don't think he won by that. It was just regular saying no, but with that behavior, saying no with that question mark. I don't know. But I'm gonna use that against him as well by saying no like that. Anyways, that is it for this video, and bye.